It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers' creative quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're in a real groove of late, winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. A first down throw for Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
To throw, Mayfield. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. 7 yards there and a first down. The Niners sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one, but incomplete. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gay's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, it's Shaw. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Trucks over him. We're down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Mayfield to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Ball start.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Out to his left. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Let's go.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mayfield on 1st down. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Let's go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Straight ahead, Walker. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature. Make sure you don't get home.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Caught on a slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Walker is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Again, Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is up.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 16, Mayfield completes it to Fant on the right side.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mayfield now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through right, the nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Down inside the 10.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop the throw.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the 49ers get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49ers 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports halftime report. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles, and it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Davis Mills, the Stanford man, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they've gone to the half in that ball game with the visiting Browns out on top. Deshaun Watson, a touchdown pass in that first half. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. He'll buy some time right. Connects with Kittle underneath. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Walker with a grab, left side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. To throw, Mayfield. Forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Escape, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is fielded at the 27. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. Every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And throw here, that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, that is a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll roll him out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
First down, Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Mayfield to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll set up to throw. This one hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're...
Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. Spot of the football going to remain right where it is. On third down, here's Walker. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
That's taken on the 25. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
All start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Complete to number 81. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is brought in at the 21. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him for a loss of a couple. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield looks to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Rolling to his right. And he's got his big tight end here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Pitts, a 16-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. From the 29, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Mayfield now. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Baker. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 15. A little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Mayfield gets this to Fant, and he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Now Mayfield going right back to Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's good for the Seattle Seahawks.
Mayfield to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the 49ers, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.
It's week 9 of the 2027 season. We've got WK8. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns. It's the Ravens and the 49ers under the lights on Sunday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? Let's take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. The quick feet by Jackson, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 1st and goal from the 3. Jackson going to run. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Dobbins diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Check. Yellow. 1. Check right. Opposite. Green.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on this. brings up second. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. And now here's a carry heading left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
He'll buy some time right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
They go play action with Jackson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle by Eric Armstead. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Kadarius Toney,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right, and that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Now it's Jackson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 8 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only 1 play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Brandon Cooks, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head up to the Motor City, check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Miami Dolphins. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Last play, they got stopped at the line. A different story here, over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Yeah, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to have the Niners 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Amir Smith-Marset from 13 yards out. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go with the option, coming right, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, San Francisco, to pick up 14 yards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this up to midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll be brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Out of coverage, a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And Gay knocks this one through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He is a living, breathing highlight reel, and go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is what conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because
they will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right?
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And some room to work. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hey, report!
The Jackson going to hold on to it again. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Ravens on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Jackson. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Now left side on the swing pass. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen.
He's got a man, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They're going to look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Baltimore, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.